Good morning. This is Kavita V, GFGC, Kola. In previous session, we come to know about the significance of adequate working capital. In this video, we are come to know about the evils are excess of inadequate working capital. In evils of excess of inadequate working capital. First of all, we will see what is meant by excess working capital. Excess working capital refers to more amount of working capital maintained than actual required. The quantum of excess working capital is the difference between the actual working capital and adequate working capital. So next we will see what are the dangers of having the excess working capital. The business cannot earn a proper rate of return on its investment because excess working capital does not earn anything for the business, whereas the profits are distributed on the whole of its capital. So the shareholders are getting less rate of return on their investment. So here, from maintaining of the excess working capital, it leads to unnecessary purchase of inventories in bulk. This results in inventory mishandling, waste, theft, or losses. It also creates a idle fund in the company. The company has to pay the interest of the loan amount acquired, but the loan amount kept idle in the company. So here, the another are dangerous by handling the excess working capital that the executives are not taking much interest on the collection of debts. It leads to the higher incidence of the bad debts. So next is that the sales department may follow a liberal credit policy. It means that goods may be sold on the credit for longer period. So whenever we have a excess capital, so here the management indulge in speculation activities, which in turn may create a more losses for the company. So it will also create inefficiency in the executives because there is a morality is affected at the maximum when we have a excess capital, excess working capital. The excess availability of cash, it also tempts the executive to spend more and the rate of return is reduced automatically. The goodwill of the company will be affected. So the from this, due to a low return on investment, the value of shares may also fall. The excess working capital destroys the control of turnover ratio, very commonly used in conducting efficient business. It also destroys all other guides and signs posted in the operating business. So next we will see what is meant by inadequate working capital. So inadequate working capital means a shortage of working capital to meet the day-to-day operating activities of the business concern. So the quantum of inadequate working capital is the difference between the actual working capital and also the adequate working capital. So here we will see what are the disadvantages with having a inadequate working capital. First of all, there is a lack of solvency. So here, there is inadequate working capital creates a problem for making payment of salary, wages, and short-term liabilities of a firm. It weakens the solvency position of the company. A firm cannot maintain a proper liquidity because of the shortage of working capital, and also a business firm may lose a leave their opportunities due to insufficient amount of working capital. The business expansion is also impossible. The damage of goodwill also. A firm fails to meet its financial obligation due to inadequate working capital. It affects the goodwill of the firm. The inefficiency creates, so a firm cannot utilize its financial assets and other production facility so effectively because the shortage of funds. So production process will be distributed and leads to inefficiency. Here we will not receive any discount. It is impossible to purchase raw materials and other requirements in bulk quantity because of poor liquidity. So opportunities to trade discount and cash discount cannot be availed. So here there is no attraction of investors also. A firm cannot attract investors and lenders due to poor liquidity and solvency position. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.